Hey everyone, this is Anthony Reeves, and let's have another Reeves Reflection. Today I want to reflect back on when I actually took a gap year or two between my undergraduate years and grad school. In today's environment, it's not uncommon for a lot of kids who are graduating from high school to college, or even college getting ready to go to their graduate schools or professional schools, to take what's called a gap year. A gap year is ultimately designed to give kids an academic break and to explore different things, whether it be testing the job market, going and vacationing, or just taking a time off to kind of recollect themselves after spending a certain number of years in the academic environment. Now, I can tell you back in my day, when I graduated in 1991 from college, we didn't really refer to it as called a gap year. It just was a situation where if you didn't have anything planned, you may take some time off, explore the options, and then move towards something different for the future a few years down the line, depending on what your options were. For me, I was in a unique position because when I graduated from college in 91, I knew I wanted to go to graduate school, but I hadn't planned for it. Looking back, I actually was in a more unique situation because I knew I would not explore what my future would look like until the following year. When I graduated from college, I had actually applied for a summer job with the University of Tampa because they had this very special program with high school students, and they were looking for experienced RAs who would be interested in doing the position of being a resident advisor for these young people when they came in for the summer. Then, after that was completed in the fall, I then had a military obligation because I'd been commissioned as an Army Reserve officer. And so I ended up having to dedicate 5 months of training in my officer's basic course from September of 1991 to February of 1992. So by the time February of 1992 rolled around, I had been out of the academic scene for almost a year. So when I came out, my first attempt was not just to go into graduate school. I decided, let me see if I can get me a job first and then see what happens there. From February to April, I used that time to find a job, and I found a job working for the state of Florida as a safety and health specialist. As soon as I got there, I was recharged and energized into thinking about going to graduate school. And with that, I now found myself in a situation where I was working for the state of Florida. The state of Florida was paying for my school, and I was in a master's program that I enjoyed that was going to be beneficial to me. So what does that mean for you? When you find yourself in a situation where a gap year or years may present themselves, be strategic about it. Meaning, not necessarily saying you got to plan it out, but just be mindful of that. This is a time for you to take a breath and take a step back. When you're in undergrad, you're knee deep in trying to get in and get out. But when you get out, sometimes, even though you may feel your pathway is clear, you might need to take a moment to step back and say, okay, is this the path I definitely want to go on? And more importantly, if you have loved ones in your life who are supporting you, who are willing to give you the support during that time period, I applaud you. But looking back in retrospect, it was probably a good thing for me that I didn't go straight through, because the reality is the person who I was when I started in 1991, when I graduated from college, the person who started graduate school in 1993 were two totally different people. I had a renewed focus. I ended up going into graduate school and doing very well, mainly because my mind was a lot more focused on the things that I needed to do and what I could do to demonstrate my ability to be successful. If you are lucky enough to have a gap year, enjoy it, embrace it, and use it for what it's intended to do. To give you the opportunity to take a hard look at yourself and decide and determine what's the next version of you going to be and how can you put it into application. Hey everyone, in case you totally forgot, you realize I speak at different events? So if you're looking for a motivational speaker or somebody to serve on a panel, or if you're looking for somebody who's a master's of ceremony, or you're interested in a podcasting interviewee, please, if you want to reach me, you can hit me at anthony.reeves@anthonyreeves.com, or you can just visit anthonyreeves.com website and check out all my different profiles. As always, my name is Anthony Reeves, and my question to you is, are you ready for the Anthony Reeves experience?